Well, another day, another Doge headline and deadline. In fact, federal workers told once again to send an email with a list of what they accomplished last week, and they have until midnight tonight to hit send. So, according to the memo reviewed by CBS News, this deadline will be a Monday night ritual going forward indefinitely. So let's bring in CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro. Aaron, we've seen this before. Anything different about this headline?
Yeah, Reed, good to be with you. Just to pick up off your last point, we've obtained letters now from managers at these federal agencies to employees noting what you just said, that they should expect to reply to this 5-point email every Monday going forward. This time, at least compared to the first email sent from the Office of Personnel Management, some of it is being handled by the agencies themselves. Some of it is being sent by OPM, which is kind of the HR agency of the federal government, but other agencies are keeping it in-house as well. It also allows employees who deal with sensitive information to opt out entirely of a full response to this. One notable change is the Department of Defense. When that first 5 points email came out last week, they told their employees not to respond. This time, Secretary Hegseth said at least civilian employees should honor the request and respond to the email.
So, Aaron, last week the headline was that USAID workers were given 15 minutes to pack up their desks. We saw those clapouts as they walked out of those offices with their boxes in hand. Now, today, we're getting news that the acting assistant administrator for USAID is on leave. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this was a senior USAID official who had put a memo out just this past Friday that kind of criticized the changes, the gutting of USAID by the Trump administration, Secretary Rubio and Doge, said that it really put out obstacles there, intentional and or unintentional, he writes in the memo, that have wholly prevented implementation of giving humanitarian assistance abroad. And he wrote in one line, quote, "This will no doubt result in preventable death, destabilization, and threats to national security on a massive scale." The memo itself is one of the more specific timelines we've seen of how Doge and Secretary Rubio have impacted USAID. At one point, they mentioned how the payment systems were turned off by Doge.
You know, we're starting to see reaction, like we were just talking about with Ed O'Keefe at town halls. We know that there's been a lot of criticism at the town hall level about the thought that maybe Medicaid could be curtailed under this new administration. But there was also a discussion that happened that reached a lot of people relative to Social Security. Elon Musk on the Joe Rogan podcast, he calls Social Security a Ponzi scheme. I would imagine lawmakers are having some response to that.
Yeah, I just checked that interview, which came out about Friday afternoon, now has 8 million views. So a lot of people tuning in, obviously, to Rogan's platform. We are seeing a lot of congressional Democrats call what Elon Musk said, quote, outrageous. Senator Bernie Sanders used this moment to kind of call on the cap for taxable income for Social Security to be taken off in order to extend the program's solvency. So we're also seeing House Republican Speaker Mike Johnson continue to say that entitlements, cuts to Social Security, Medicare are off the table, yet still call on Doge and Elon Musk to root out, quote, any waste and abuse. But definitely Musk comments there, leaving the door open to some sort of reform to Social Security. We know that Doge, per employees in the Social Security Administration, have been in the building, and that cuts to both staffers and regional offices for the Social Security Administration are expected to happen in the next few weeks.
Well, somebody who has the ear of the President of the United States attended that first cabinet meeting. Elon Musk, not an elected official, by the way, now saying that Social Security operates as a Ponzi scheme. That is a headline grabber on a Monday. Aaron Navarro, good to talk to you. Thank you so much.